Hi guys. Hi guys, I'm waiting for you guys. I am waiting for you guys. I want us to catch up live, eh? I'm supposed to go live at 2 o'clock. What time is it today? I'm using my phone, so let me see. What time is it right now? So let me continue waiting for more people to join in the live. Let me see. Hi, Hannah. How are you? How are you doing, Hannah? And fine is not a feeling. How is your mental situation? How are you doing? Hi, Margaret Ndwati. How are you? Sasa. Hey, hi guys. We are live today. I want to catch up with you guys. Hi, Esther Mutua. Sela Chabe. I don't know if I read that right. You have a beautiful name. I don't want to mess it, eh? Hi, Anita. Hi, Nancy. Hi, guys. How are you doing? I don't want to tell me you're fine. Personally, I'm not fine. I took the COVID jab and it's messed me up. That's why I don't have a video today. Hi, Miriam. Olive Mugo, hi. Olive Mugo, I see you here all the time. Jane Lawrence, hello. Diana Kananu. Thank you, Esther. Thank you, Esther. I wish I could see you guys here with me. Yeah. I wish I could. Thank you, Simi. You're saying Simi Dorcas. I'm not fine. It's too cold. I know it's cold over here too. There are no lights, you guys. And the generator is a whole story. So niko tu hapa nimekwama kwa baridi. Hey, Joy Wangari. Hi, Margaret. Margaret, you're saying you're feeling fantastic today. Yay. Yes. So, hey, my all-time woman crush. Who is this? Mary Wanjiku. Hi, Mary. You guys, I wish I could see you guys. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Yeah, because I'm very technologically challenged and I'm doing this alone in my room. So I just hi Olive. Oh, thank you. You can hear me. You can hear me. Frida Muthoni, I'd like to meet you. Yes, I would like to meet you too. Yes, I've been waiting to meet you guys. So I just want to catch up with you guys. Where are you at in terms of your mental wellness? How are you doing? What's up? So as for me, I took a COVID jab on, today's on Wednesday. I took it on Monday at 2 p.m. And oh my God, you guys, I've been sick. Yesterday I was sick. This arm, like they did it on my left arm, the first one. I had not done it. So I have been sick. Yesterday I was so sick. My arm was in so much pain. I had a fever. I was so sick. So but today is better. Today I was able to get out of bed, do kidogo makeup. So I've not been okay, but so far so good. Yeah, so I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from you. How are you doing? It's a wellness check. I'm just checking on you guys. And I just hope, these guys, if you're here and you're an app developer, come up with an app where I can see my viewers, my audience. I miss you guys. I'd love to see you. I think I should organize a meet and greet. What do you guys think? I should organize a meet and greet, and then we could meet, and actually I will not even publicize it on social media. I'll just put it on YouTube for my YouTube family, so we don't have stalkers and people who are just there for the sake of being there. Hi, maybe Mary B. Kamau, I hope I read that right. You have a beautiful name. Cynthia, hi. Olive Mugo, yes, I will organize a meet and greet. I'm working on that. Yeah, thank you, Mudhani, Jacob. Yes, I'm glad I'm well today. So I just want to hear from you guys. I'm waiting for 2 o'clock. Meet and greet is a good idea. We will do that, and I will get people also who can also feed us with good information about our emotional and mental wellness. Yay! So Olive, who's this? Nancy Karanja, you're saying organize a meet and greet next year when I'm back home. Where are you at, Nancy? Let's hear where you're from. Hi, Charlotte. Charlotte, yeah? Okay. Hi, guys. I'm waiting for everybody to join in the live. You guys can ask your questions now, Oh, Nini is saying I'm feeling Madhogodhani. Oh, Nini, it will be well. It will be fine. Some days are better, some days are worse, but you just have hope. It will get better. Yes, Ndirango, Lynette, you just took words out of my mouth, Lynette. So yeah, I should do this a lot. Lillian Shiko, you're saying your content is so relatable and you have made me grow a lot. Oh, thank you. You guys have also made me grow and you've made me have more courage. Nancy, you're in Doha. How is Doha, Nancy? Also, this is Deno anatetea boy child. Unasema sometimes talk about boy child. I will. But it's because most things I talk about here are my personal experiences. I don't know how to be a boy. I can only be me. And before we go on, yes, Esther, kindly organize a meeting when... Oh my God, everybody is outside the country. Okay, not everybody. Esther. Hi, Esther. Where are you, Esther? I don't know where you... Oh, you're at the Gulf. Okay, how is it over there? How is it over there? This is Miss Mudhoni ananiuliza, Big Sis, do you keep a journal? I keep a journal, but I don't have a journal like I write, like today I have to write, tomorrow I have to write. I keep a journal on my phone. I'm using my phone. I could have shown you. Like if I'm thinking about something, for example, content about YouTube or something I've discovered about myself, I usually note it on my phone. You see, there's that place, written notes. That's where I usually write things. And yeah, so I keep going back to things. Mary B. Mudhoni, I've really learned a lot from this channel. Be blessed. Last month was just crazy, but you made me go through it. Baraka. Oh, amen, amen, amen. Thank you. Thank you. One day, bring a male panelist to talk boy issues for once. This one, your name says we need to talk. Okay, so yeah, I can organize for that. We can arrange for that. But at the same time, advice Mudhoni tells us. Okay, yes. So you guys can ask your questions. Yes. And also, before I start, you guys, I really want to thank you for watching, for subscribing, for sending your questions, for the DMs and everything. I get them. I'm trying not to really start right now because I'm also waiting for more people to join in the live, because we're usually live at 2 p.m. Hi guys, I'm live. I just want to hear what you're doing. How are you doing? What you're doing? No, okay, you can say what you're doing, but I really it's a wellness check. Cindy, we're checking on one another. How are you doing? Fine is not a feeling. Good is not a feeling. Poor is not a feeling. How are you doing? How are you doing? Like I've said, I've been really down. I've been sickly because I took the first COVID jab. I don't know if I'm going to take the second one because, man, I've been like sick. I was in bed yesterday, almost the whole day. I had pain on my arm. I had a fever. It was not good. So, but here I'm better today. Today I'm better. Yeah. So how are you doing? How is everything? Olive Mogo says, Mudhoni, tell us how you can develop a secure attachment. Secure attachment. Hello, Rahab Wangeshi. Hello, live from France. Thought I will be the first one to join. Hi, Rahab. You're among the first. So, yay, you're not late. So we need to talk. You're feeling yourself. Thank you. I'm feeling myself too, that I got to do this with you guys. I think every week I should have a live where we catch up. Cindy, we catch up live. And then you tell me how you're doing. Oh, Lillian, thank you. Lillian is telling me that I'll be fine. The second jab is not as bad as the first one. Thank you, Lillian. So yeah, I should do a live once a week where we catch up like today. I just want to know how you guys are doing. I just want to know how you guys are doing. And then, some questions you can ask live here. Anita, you say, I'm not doing great, but I'm trying. I'm in Gulf and I just learned the one I have been sending my money to misused it all. Anita, Pole, please watch our video about financial abuse. Pole, Anita. Mudhoni unaniambia the second jab will be much better. Thank you. Hannah says, no headache, no stomach ache. I'm just energetic and doing my daily duty in the office. Nice, Hannah. Yes, I live once a week. Question from Lillian. Is it advisable to move on if the Rurasho has happened bila wedding? Is it okay? So like you did the Rurasho, you don't want to do the wedding, or you're waiting for... Okay, we'll talk about that in a bit. I wish I could listen. No, you can just come back later and watch it, right? We are live now, but right now I just want to focus on myself. I'm still young. This is Mary B. I'm learning. I'm really encouraging young people to okay. I don't know if this is still you. Like I have a lot of messages I'm trying to look at. I'll definitely tune in nikitoka. Lilian, you're asking, is it okay to move in after Russia? Msa haunisikii leo. Cook something on decision making, please. Nani amesema, excuse me, Tessie Gitonga. I don't know if I read your name. You have a beautiful name, Tessie Gitonga. Forgive me if I don't get it right. So, hey, I'm using my phone to go live and I have not muted my notifications. So they're kind of messing me up. Modani, would you please connect me to a TV station where I can volunteer? Wow. I will look at that. But right now, most TV stations, you have to look for openings in their website. Please keep checking their websites, look for opening and apply. Even where I used to work at Royal Media, you can't just bring somebody. They have to go through protocol. I have my soda with me, so I will keep sipping as we continue. Today we're not doing wine. It's on a weekday and we are sick. Anyway, I'd like to answer 2 questions first from my DM. Is it advisable to get back with an overthinker? Wow, who's an overthinker? I'm learning. Overthinker. Let me write it here. Who's an overthinker? Nayangu, your toxic relationship. How can I be able to move on? Hey, toxic relationships take a lot of time. You have to give yourself a lot of grace, a lot of fortitude. You have to really forgive yourself. And you also, the most important thing for me was learning why I'm leaving and also having a list of what you want moving forward. Like if you want to another relationship, of course you think you're going to get into another better relationship. What do you want from that relationship? And why are you leaving this relationship? The why is the most important part. It's going to take a lot of time, but you will do it. It takes the willingness. For everything you do, the willingness. Toxic relationships are the worst. They are the worst because they mess you up emotionally and mentally. Thank you, Olive. This one, how do you deal with guilt? How do you deal with guilt? Like, I can't believe I saw all the red flags and I ignored. Yes, Simiyu Dorcas, we've all been there. Like things, you see things happening, you ignore, you are not able to stand up for yourself. Like I said, most abusers date victims. So stop being a victim and stand up for yourself. And the reason mostly we don't stand up for ourselves is because of our upbringings. If we are brought up to be quiet, you cannot say no, you cannot say yes, you don't have a voice. And then if your relationship with your caregivers was abusive or your parents, that's the only definition you know about a relationship. So you break the pattern. Yes. So how to have a secure attachment? It starts with you. It starts with you working towards being knowing you're enough and being independent on your own. And I say you have to date yourself first before you get to dating someone else. You have to love yourself first before you start loving someone else. That's the most important part of a relationship, such that you stop being too needy, you stop being too attached, you stop feeling like you cannot survive without the other person. First, it has to be you first before it's them. And like I say, the most important relationship you have in your life is the relationship you have with yourself. So when you develop that relationship with yourself where you know I'm enough, I love myself enough, I deserve the best, and I also give myself the best. When you start dating, you will not be attached in a bad way. You will not feel like you really need them. And sometimes when you feel like you really need validation from other people, when you feel like you really need love from other people, that's exactly what you need to give to yourself. Sometimes it happens even in my relationship. Sometimes I'm like, my man is so busy. I'm like, nini mbaya na huyu? As in, so the whole day umeshinda huko kwa office na uwezi nipigia simu. Sometimes I have those days, but then I also go back to my corner and give myself, na feel hakunicall, hakunipay attention, I make myself a nice cup of tea, I read a nice book, I watch a nice movie, I just give myself so that I stop being too needy. I stop wanting too much from the other person. Yes. Nini K, do you think there should be limits to having, oh my God, why are chats disappearing like that? Everybody is chatting. Yes. Please write your question again, Nini. I'm sorry about that. Somebody asks, is it okay to move in after Russia before the wedding? I think it depends with you. If you're comfortable with it, please do so. If you're comfortable with it, please do so. I have not moved in personally because I'm at my parents' home. But if you feel if you want to go, just move in. If you feel you want to wait, it's still okay. So long as whatever you're doing, just do it for yourself. Don't do it because of pressure. Like even those people who ask me, is it okay to have sex before marriage? Is it okay? Do you have to wait till marriage? If you're doing it for yourself, if you do it because you want to do it, that's okay. Don't do it because of pressure. Don't do it because somebody's gonna leave you. Because even if you do it, they will still leave you. It means that. So do it because you want to, because you're at a good place doing it, because you've talked about it with your partner. That the person who's asking me if you can move in, talk about it with your partner. Also, the reason I have a problem moving in before you're married is because there are blurry lines. Okay, who's gonna pay the bills? Who's gonna pay this? Who's gonna do this? As in, I just wanna move in with someone when it's clear I'm your wife, you're my husband, these are your duties, these are my wifely roles, these are your husband roles. I think so long as that foundation is set where you know, this is my husband, he's supposed to do this and do this. I'm the wife, I am to cook, I am to do this. I don't want to live with someone and then we start arguing and then they start telling me you're not even my wife, we're just moving in together. Or I'm not your husband, I'm not supposed to pay this and this for you. So as long as it's clear and you have that foundation of as when we live it together, this is what you're supposed to do, this is what I'm supposed to do. Because you find there are situations where someone is living with someone, they're not sure who the other person is to them. You cannot even, if you're late to pay rent, you can't even ask them, why, mbona hujalipa rent? Because they're not your husband, you're just living in with a man. You're just living with someone for the sake of it. Let it be clear, the roles, your roles, his role and your role. If you're moving in as a couple, like as married couples, it's usually very clear. So I have reservations about moving in with someone when you're not married. Unless maybe you go do the AG where, you know, Mimi, I am 100% your wife. Like, yes. Please talk about living in negativity. Please talk about living in negative family members and mostly parents. Yeah, I know, because there's nothing as draining as toxic environment where you in an environment that sucks the energy out of you. Mostly how I deal with toxicity, and sometimes where you have to work with toxic people, you have toxic neighbors or those things. Mostly I just work towards being at a good place myself in terms of not wanting external pressures to really affect me. You know, sometimes after I learned you can control your emotions, your anger, how you behave, how, as in you're in control of yourself. You cannot control other people, but you can control how you react to them. If there are no people you can run away from, or people you can really tell stop, then you have to really work towards coming at a place where when they do those things, you don't let them really break you. Work towards raising your self-esteem, self-love, telling yourself, you know, sometimes you can be in toxic environment that makes you feel worthless. People are telling you you're useless. You just have to come from a place where you tell yourself every morning, I am beautiful, I am amazing, you know, like I am God's favorite child, I'm wonderful. And if you can, please stay away from toxicity. Stay away, because sometimes it can, and sometimes when you stay in toxic situations, you also become toxic. And I say that when you stay in that toxic relationship, you learn to cope with toxicity. When they go quiet on you for a week, you want to go quiet on them for 2 weeks. That's toxic as well. So just try to come from a place of really understanding yourself and not letting external pressures get to you like that. If you feel it's really breaking you mentally, seek help. Get a counselor, a therapist, get to talk to someone. Yeah. So for the person, I think it's Lilian who asked me about Russia. Please, if you're gonna move in, it's okay. But Naomi anasema ati not a question, but mi napenda hiki kidem. Oh, thank you, Naomi Wangari. I love that. I love you right back. So Lilian, if you're gonna move in, hata kama ni before na uchunge usimove in alafu ambiwe unajua sasa usha move in. Sasa mbona tunafanya wedding? you know, because guys are not so much into these things, like into weddings. They just want to go home, do the rush, and then they just start their life. So if you're going to move in with this guy, even if he's not married you, please let the have rules. No, kila mtu akwe na responsibility zake. Are you moving in as a wife or as who? Or as what? Or as in you moving in waiting to be the wife? So what happens during that duration, that time? So somebody asked me a really nice question. Okay, so you guys have asked me a lot of questions on my email. I'm still seeing your questions here. But let me talk about something. So some of you ask me very personal questions on email, and some of them I cannot be able to respond because I'm a public figure. Yes, so because I don't want to respond, alafu screenshots zianze kutembea Muthoni alisema, Muthoni anatuambia, and then I'm all over the tabloids. So sometimes I also have an image to protect. So maybe during these lives we can talk about such things. Let's talk about this sex topic. So another lady told me she does not want to be celibate. I totally respect your decisions. I totally respect what you've chosen for your life. But she says every time I have sex with a guy, they leave afterwards. I'm not married. I want something serious. Every time, like even if I stay for 3 months, the guy leaves. What happens? So I'm gonna say this. Maybe you've started seeing someone and then it's getting nice, and then after 3 months you want to get physical with them. That's okay. But this is what happens for us as women. When you have sex with a guy, you start becoming weird. You start behaving weird. You either feel like you've given him heaven, so you start pulling back. You start feeling like, I won't call him again. Now he has to look for me. There's no one better than me. We start behaving like that. Or we pull away thinking we gave him the best. Or we are too much. Now I want a relationship. It went down. Now you're not calling me like before. You are just after sex. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. But when it happens, don't be weird. Continue with how you were before. If you were talking good morning, if you were saying good morning every morning, if you were calling once a day, if you were sending each other memes, continue doing that. And when it happens, don't mention it to him. It happens today, the following day, don't start saying, oh, you're the best I've ever had. You're heaven to me. Sijui nini. Don't be weird. Continue like it was before. I'd advise, if you really want to do it before marriage, then that's okay. But at least have a commitment by then. At least let it get to that point. Don't rush it, and do it because you want to do it, not because someone is pressuring you to do it. So if you're gonna do it, and don't be weird. Don't be too much to him. And also don't pull away. Continue as before it happened, and don't go saying he was the best you ever had. So they say before sex, the woman has the power. So, and then they say after sex, the woman gives away the power. That is what they say, but it doesn't have to be like that. So if you're gonna go ahead and you're those people who really want to have sex with someone, maybe after 3 months, after 6 months, even before the wedding, you can go ahead and do it, but don't act weird after it. Don't be crazy about it. There's also another question. Yeah, kuna mtu ameniambia juu ya toxic work environment. I'll talk about that. Being loved by single guys. You're what? Okay, sawa. So there's another one who told me, you said you met this guy 2 weeks ago, and then you went on the first date and you ended up in his house and things went down. It got physical with him. Physical in terms of it happened, and you're wondering, you don't want it to continue. You're wondering what to do. You like the guy, but you don't want to continue with the sex because it happened too soon. You're wondering what to do. I think for the next date, invite him for lunch and tell him, I don't want to continue having sex with you. I just want to get to know you first before it gets there again. So I really wanted to talk about that. People make mistakes, and this channel is not for perfect people. This channel is not for people who have it 100%. It's for us who are broken. It's for everybody who's trying the best they can to survive, to live happier. You're trying to work on yourself. You're trying to cut the toxic patterns. It's for us who are trying to get better. So if you find, for example, and we talk about things that people don't normally talk about, because why not? So so if you meet someone and then if it has not happened to you, let it not happen to you. Don't do that. If you met someone, like this chick was telling me, she told me yesterday via email, I met this guy and then it went well, and then after the first date I ended in his house and I slept there and we had a good time. So I don't want to continue having a good time before we make a commitment, before we get committed to one another. So stop giving him a good time. Invite him on a date and tell him, you know, I had a good time with you the other night, but I don't usually move that fast. So I want us to take time to get to know one another before we get to that point again. Sindio? How do you handle a guy who... Okay, please keep... Oh my God, they still keep... Their questions are coming and then they're disappearing. I should get someone here the next time to really help me. So please ask the questions again. I want to see them again. Who's this Ati? So how do you get over an overthinker? You asked that. You guys, I am an overthinker. Like, I can overthink a situation until the worst it can get. I will talk about that in one of the episodes and how I handle that. And I still can't see your question. It's moving too fast. I don't know why. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry, Anne. Please ask about it again. So you hear, guys. So we are not... I'm in love with a man, but I think he's bisexual. I'm confused. Okay, Shanice, you're in love with a bisexual man. So you hear, guys. So we are here because we want to get better. And sometimes, hey Mudhoni, please talk about people who always anticipate letting their partners down, mostly after they have met a new person. Anticipate letting their partners down. So they're cheating on you and then they're letting you down. Are you not getting letting a partner down? I'm not okay, Mudhoni. This is Eva. I wish I'd DM you. Oh, Eva, what's up? What's up, Eva? Yes, you can DM me, but I've said I don't like replying on DMs. And then mwanza kutuma screenshots. Mudhoni alisema. No, me, I'm just trying to, you know. Okay. How do you handle a guy who you have said no to a relationship and is now trash talking me to our mutual friends? Nelly, live long too. Hey, Mudhoni, I was asking what's your say. Let me just, you know what? I don't want them disappearing. Let me have them on my screen like that. I want them very visible. Hey, Mudhoni, I was asking what's your say when your husband gossips you with his friends and his mom too, and when they act like they want to control what you say. I think I don't think the friends and the mom are the problem. If your partner keeps going to gossip you with their mother and their friends, your partner is the problem. Your partner is the problem. Talk to him about it. Tell him it's not okay, and also create a safe space where he can also talk to you. Also work towards being a friend to your partner. I don't know, sometimes it can be hard, but it's possible. So yeah, so talk to your partner about it. And also you can suggest a person you would talk to, both of you, that's neutral, probably a counselor, an older aunt who will not go around gossiping, or come up with a solution as to how you can solve your issues. Probably that's the only avenue he thinks about. Please talk to him, tell him it's not right, tell him how it makes you feel, and also tell him from a place of love. Don't go shouting in their face and being what you don't want in the partner. Sindio? So yeah, the problem is not the mother-in-law, the problem is not the friends, the problem is your partner, because that partner is the one who's going to talk to them. So talk to him, tell him how it makes you feel, and also try to create a safe environment where he can also talk to you. And also you can, if that's not possible, you can come up with a plan, maybe someone you can talk to, or tell him you can go for therapy. I think so. But all is not lost. Just try to look for a solution. And for everything, if you want to handle issues, please try to handle them from a place of love. Because sometimes as women, we want to handle issues and we become so emotional. And then now someone wrongs you. And then now you're so mad, you're going to tell them they wronged you, and you become so crazy and so emotional, you end up now messing everything. Then now you start apologizing and and then now you become now the bad person. So talk to him. I'm sure he listened to you. I'm sure he married you for a reason. If you feel he's not hearing you out, please go for therapy, for someone who will listen to you from your sometimes we have issues, but they come from other issues that have happened before. A counselor or a therapist will be able to help you go back in history and look at probably when you lost it in terms of communication with your partner. But yeah, try to talk to him, and also try to create a safe space where you guys can talk. Maybe he feels like probably you're a no-go zone, or sometimes you have that combat attitude, military attitude. There's someone, okay, let me look at your messages again. Help me, Amehata. Nancy Amehata, my question. Okay, I am here, so please ask me. Don't tell Nancy. Nancy at Amehata. Okay. If in a marriage, someone tells you he doesn't love you, he doesn't have feelings for you, and he wants space. Wow, I think you should seek professional help. If someone, let me see your name again. Who is this? This is Teresa. If you're in a marriage and someone tells you they don't love you, he doesn't have feelings for you, and he wants space. I think you need to seek professional help. But sometimes also when people tell you things, also believe them. But and I know it's not easy when you're when in love with someone, and then they just show up and tell you they don't like this about you, or they don't love you anymore, and you know it's gonna hurt your feelings. It's not easy. Seek professional help. You don't have to go for counseling with that person. You can go alone. Just look for a counselor. I have talked about counseling before. I always, like that video I spoke about seeing a therapist, I put numbers. I don't know where the numbers disappear. I think somebody deletes them or something. So excuse me, yeah. So seek help. Go talk to someone. And if someone tells you they want space, give them space. Give them space, but it's okay. You can ask them how much space they want, and during that space, what they will be doing, if they will be messing with other women, if you're gonna still be talking, if you have children together, what's the way forward. It's okay if they want space, but just ask them what they intend to do with that space. Is it a breakup, or is it just like you need a month to think about things, and then during that month, are you gonna be talking? As in, can you see other people also? Like, I think you need to talk about that space if you're gonna take it, but also go for counseling for your sake. Because by the time someone is telling you they don't love you, they don't care about you, they want space, they've already tried to show you in other ways, but probably you ignored. Because unless someone is crazy, I don't think someone can just wake up and decide, I'm done with you, you know what, bye-bye, and without seeing the signs. It starts from somewhere. And also sometimes we want to be victims when we are the problem. Sometimes also it's also good to look at what you did, because I have also people who tell me, oh, he did this, but you don't tell me you cheated on him. You don't tell me you have a son by their brother. You don't tell me those things, and then I come to find out about them later. Yeah, so thank you guys for your questions. So informative, Muthoni. Valentine, keep up the good work. Thank you, Valentine. How do you uphold your principles and yet avoid losing someone you love, but they feel like you're too principled? There's nothing like too principled. Sorry, what? All I can tell you is do not bend. There are things you cannot do to me. There are things I cannot take. There are things, I'd rather not have you in my life. If I'm gonna really lower my standards, if I'm gonna start taking drugs, because if I don't take them, I have principles. If I'm gonna just start taking alcohol, because if I don't take alcohol, according to you, I'm too principled. Sweetheart, you're the most important person in your life. If those principles are working for you, and if they are boundaries, don't let someone violate them for the sake of just being with you. Sindio? Muthoni, Jacinta Muthoni, hi, namesake. Muthoni, on the episode ulisema utalink up numbers of therapists, but I never saw them. Imagine I put them, nilizieka kwa comments, someone deleted. I also saw other therapists walisema walikuja wakaandika number. I don't know where they're going. I will put them back again. Sijoma, I will put them back again. I keep putting them. I don't know where they go. Ama it's a rule for YouTube. I don't know. I will put them again. I will put them again. Nancy Karanja, okay, I'm here waiting to hear her advice. For what? Shiro, Ebu write that question again. Because they keep... How do I let go of the guilt? Please ask the whole question again, Simiyu. I cannot find it. I'm trying to look at it. Esi Rungu Mudhoni, I keep fighting with my sister. I don't really understand her nowadays. I feel she's so petty. The jokes which made us laugh now make us quarrel. Could you advise on what I should do? Mudhoni, I keep fighting with my sister. I don't really understand her nowadays. Okay, so I have sisters, so yeah, so I know what you mean when you say sometimes you keep fighting. However, sometimes you can have family, but probably if you were not family, you would not be friends. I don't know if I'm making sense. Sometimes you have family that you don't like. I'm not saying that's the case with you. I'm just saying it's possible. It is possible. There's nothing wrong with you. Something else is some people outgrow situations and people grow and people change their thinking. People become informed. People change. And sometimes, even in relationships, sometimes you find that maybe people got married when they were in their early 20s, they were broke, they had different mentalities. Now they're in their 40s. Everybody has a different career. Everybody looks different. Everybody has a different type way of thinking. So sometimes if you don't grow together, there can be that disparity. And maybe your sister is at a space where she's outgrown those jokes and those things that used to make you connect, but probably you can come up with better ways of connecting. But if you feel like the fighting is too much and you're trying to reach out and it's not happening, it's okay. Just give them space. Just give them space in the name of love, still loving them, but just you don't have to force it. Do the best you can. Be their sister. You know, sisterhood is gold, is priceless. Still be their sister. Give them space. But also, you can also try to do other things that can bring you guys together. I don't think that the things we used to really joke about with my sister, I don't think so. There are those that are really funny during our upbringing, but there are those that you find that not as funny now that she's really serious in her relationship. I'm serious in my relationship. Some might not really be funny at this point, but try to grow with someone. Try also to understand where they're coming from. And if you feel you're trying too much and they're not really reciprocating, just give it time. They're your blood, you know. At some point, I'm sure you will connect. No pressure, sweetheart. Don't pressure yourself. Some of these things you just take a day at a time. Kwanza wale wa singlehood. No, I don't want to hide the chats. What's not happening? I don't want to hide. Live chat. Okay. I wish I could meet you for a cup of coffee. I'm organizing a meet and greet, guys. I will organize for that. Simiyu Dorcas, I saw all the red flags and ignored. So I cannot let go of the guilt. How do I do it? So I know you're struggling with forgiving yourself, Simiyu. Let me write it here. So guilt is good, Simiyu. There are two things that happen in that situation. There is shame and there's guilt. Guilt means you know the right thing, but you went this other way. So you already know the right thing. But shame is attacking you. I am a bad person. Instead of looking at it like this is a bad thing, you just look at it as I am a bad person. Simiyu, guilt is good. And the reason you're feeling guilty is because you know you should not have dated someone who's beating you, who's abusing you, but you went ahead and did it. It means you still have that conscience and you still know the right thing you need to do. Simiyu, work towards forgiving yourself. Work towards loving yourself. Work towards knowing you're human. You will do things that you're not very proud of, but there's always a lesson to learn. So the most important thing, know what lesson you're learning. Sindio, Simiyu, not to settle for less from a guy. Sindio, you're also learning to have boundaries for yourself. You're also learning, I will do a video on how to say no without feeling guilty. I really need to do that video because for us women, we are used to being so much there for other people that we are not there for ourselves and we abandon ourselves. So Simiyu, guilt is good. It shows that you know the right thing, but you went the opposite side. It means you can come back to the right thing. Shame is the worst. If you're feeling like Mimi personally had shame. I was feeling I'm a terrible person, I am horrible. Like I cannot recover from that. So work towards loving yourself again. Work towards knowing, even moving forward, Simiyu. You know, even after you're healed, sometimes you will go on dates with toxic men and you realize you've even gone on dates for them like 3-4 days and you've not even known. The most important thing right now, Simiyu, is that you've realized you dated a toxic guy. You've realized you saw all the red flags, and no, actually, the realization that there were red flags that you didn't see, but you have realized you've seen them at this point. That's the most important thing. The person who should be very worried, hey, way, wacha nikunywe soda kidogo. Ui. So, Simiyu, ule mtu anafaa kuwa worried. The only person who should be worried is someone who's still in a toxic relationship, but they don't realize they are. And the most important, and it's really important to give yourself grace, to understand it's okay to make mistakes, to sometimes you know the right way, sometimes you find yourself going this way. It's okay, it's human nature, and life is about surprises, Simiyu. Life will surprise you with things you will never imagine. Sometimes you think this is what I need to do, and then in the middle you realize, hey, you know, I took the wrong direction. So you've realized now, do the right thing, Simiyu. Love yourself regardless of what you did, who you did it with. The world out here is very unforgiving, and people are just waiting to eat you alive. It's a man-eat-man society. So really love yourself. Give yourself grace. People have done worse. Simiyu, people have done worse. It's so good that you've already realized that you dated a toxic guy, that you saw all the red flags, but you stuck there. But now, because you've realized, do better, Simiyu. Do better. It's never too late to start over. It is never too late. I can tell you that over and over again. Haya, sawa. Hi, Esi unasema thanks, I will give my sister time, though hata sahi we are not talking to each other and we live on the same roof. Kai. Okay, just take your time, and also it doesn't hurt to drop a hi to her, to say hi to her, to give her a gift, to apologize even to our sisters. Haya, sawa, but no pressure. Muthoni, do you do meditation? I usually have headaches after meditation. I don't do meditation. I used to do meditation when I had anxiety. I used to get anxiety attacks. So when I used to get them, I used to do videos on YouTube how to stop anxiety attacks, and then I used to now close my eyes and do the meditation, more of hypnosis videos. I don't do the meditation videos as much because my concentration is zero. I don't know why you get headaches. I don't know why, so I don't know how to answer that. Probably you need to research on that. So, oh, thank you Winnie Mboro. So nakupenda bure, but hizi topic naona nimepotea. Kwa nini umepotea? Okay. This is, so I'm dating a guy with a kid with someone else, but every day we have to talk about his kid. Now I'll break up. Yeah, dating a baby daddy. I've dated a baby daddy before. So I'm dating a guy with a kid, someone else. You know, that child is there to stay. And you know, you also have to understand, if you had a child, the child is in your life forever, and probably you have to pick them from school, drop them home, or do other things, and probably you have to tell the person you're dating about your child every day. Also put yourself in his shoes. But if it's too much, maybe you need to address it with him. But you know, the problem with dating someone with a child, when you raise an issue concerning their child, they think you're the problem. I don't know if I'm too much. They think you don't understand. They think you don't love their child. And then the worst part is you date a baby daddy who puts their child number one. Because in that relationship, I was number two. I hated it. But just talk to him. I have people who've dated people with baby daddies, baby mamas, and they're very happy. Talk to him about it. But just also in the back of your mind, just know the child is there to stay. They're not going anywhere. Yeah, because even if you had a child yourself, your child, and then you know also the child was there before you. So yeah, it's a tricky situation. Yeah, but if you guys love one another, I'm sure you can find a middle ground. Oh, Nini says, Ama the sister, this is about Essie's question. Ama the sister is going through something and she's not able to talk about it with you. Maybe the sister is going through something. Just give it time. And still continue loving her. It's okay to please normalize apologizing to our family members. Let me see. So I'm dating. I love your content. I can't miss even one. Thank you, Wendy Allen. Nancy, about single mom loved by young guys with teenage kids, please. Nancy, I said you probably look really good when you see young guys coming at you when you have teenage children. So probably you really take good care of yourself. So I said you can attract anyone, Nancy, because you're a woman. Any woman in a skirt can attract any man. Like ukipita hata mbele ya wildlife, I hear they recognize women. They just look at you like even monkeys are not even scared of women. So if you're a woman, you will attract a lot of men, but it's up to you to choose who stays in your life. You can just choose to cross your arms and say, I attract young guys, I attract married guys. You will attract anyone, Nancy. Choose who stays in your life. Yeah, I think that's all I can say. I'm sure you attract even mature guys, but probably you focus on the younger ones. That's all I can say. And don't rush. Sometimes I realize I used to really rush with people who I did not even like, who are not even my type. And take your time. Even sometimes maybe older folks hit on you, but you feel maybe you focus more. I'm sure everybody hits on you, Esther and Nancy. Everybody looks at you. Everybody sees you beautiful. But maybe the younger guys maybe run to you more because you have a lot to offer in terms of money. You also gonna give them space to do whatever they want, maybe mess around with ladies their age. You will attract a lot of people. Please choose who stays in your life. It's up to you to decide. You will attract. Please start paying attention. I was also like that. I am attracting guys who are like this. I attract abusers. You attract everyone, but probably you pay more attention to those ones. Please look around keenly. Pay attention in a keen way. And even if you feel it's very troublesome, if you feel it's troubling you a lot, if you feel it's happening a lot, please go for therapy. Therapy is not only for people who are broken, it's for maintenance, it's for advice, it's for counsel. And actually therapy is good because they can be able to read the patterns in your relationships. They can look from where you're coming from. They go back to your therapist will go back to your childhood days to see what you saw, what you saw growing up, what you knew as a child. So if it's too much trouble for you, Nancy, go for therapy. It's really important. It's really, really important. It's not for people who are crazy, because that's what people think. Me, sometimes when I have issues, I just call my therapist and I'm like, I need to book a session. I need to talk to you. There are people trained to help us deal with our issues. Don't stress alone. Let me see. You are so beautiful, Sonny. Thank you, Khadija. How are you, Khadija? Guy, Shiro, ati Nancy, umesikia sasa. Finally, my question. You're welcome. I'm just heartbroken after a toxic situation. I don't believe love exists. Peters, oh, Peters, it does exist. Let me tell you, love did not hurt you. That person hurt you. That is why sometimes you find that you're so heartbroken, someone is being mean to you, and someone else somewhere is so in love. Because love does not hurt, sweetheart. Somebody will not love you and hurt you at the same time. It's just cold and water. Sometimes you will get hurt in a relationship, but not because that person did it on purpose, not because he's cheating on you, not because he's beating you. Some things happen, and sometimes life is unfair, but someone will not love you and hurt you, sweetie. Love does not hurt. That person hurt you. I had to tell myself that going through toxic relationships so I can be able to, because I believed I deserved a fulfilling, long-lasting, like good love, you guys. So I had to remind myself over and over again, love does not hurt. That person hurt me. That's why you still have friends. You still have your friends, and everybody. Wairimu Mwangi, I was married to a guy and we separated in Feb because of his family, his mom and sister. Now the guy wants me back, but he has never stood up for me. He mistreated me a lot. I don't love him anymore. Advice. Okay, you said you don't love him anymore. So what do you want from me, sweetheart? How do you want me to advise you? You already know what you feel, sindio? Stop second guessing yourself. He mistreated you a lot, and you're saying you don't love him anymore. You want me to give you advice. Wairimu, you already know what you need to do. So why are you asking me? As women, we know, you know what you need to do. You know he mistreated you. Do you want to be mistreated? You're saying you don't love him again. So why do you want to go back to someone like that? I just asked a question. So it's up to you to come up with an answer. And please don't tell me it's about the children. Do soulmates really exist? And then what advice would you give to a 21-year-old in regards to dating? 21 years, I would tell you to get your degree. I will tell you to enjoy life. I will tell you not to think about long-term dating. I would tell you to try to discover your interests, what you like in terms of career, to try to get a job or internship in different places, read a ton of books. At 21, I don't want you to think about long-term dating, because let me tell you, my sister, the choices are what I wanted when I was 21 is not the same thing I wanted when I was 26. It was something completely different. Take your time, take your time, take your time. So guys, I'm about ending this live. So I think I will be doing a live once a week. I really want to catch up with you. Imagine dating a guy who has all the qualities you're looking for, but you can't bring yourself to love them. Okay, Joy Kanana. Hi, Joy Kanana. You're dating a guy who has all the qualities, then that's not the guy for you. Sometimes you know, actually, like I said, you can want someone with a particular set of qualities, but you find that the person you love is maybe it's not like missing something. It's not like exactly what you want, but they're exactly what you need. Okay. Sonny, I get too much anxiety when I'm in church. Why do you get anxiety when you're in church? You should be at peace. That's God's presence. I think there's more to that. You've not said why. I don't understand why. When I get anxiety, I do meditation, like I've said, meditation videos of how to calm down during an anxiety attack. Pata coffee on my bill. Mary Gadhoni. Oh, sawa. Tumaga kiru. My question, you wrote it down. Okay. I wrote it down. Please refresh it for me, Andungu. Please usichoke. Yeah. Is it Iron Wolves Park? Is it okay to approach a guy? No, it's not okay. It's not okay. Just be available. Just smile. They will come. Like I said, I will talk about how to flirt on one of these episodes. How to flirt your way to a relationship. It sounds so evil, but how to flirt your way to a relationship. So don't go and ask a guy out on a date. Just smile. Just be welcoming. Look nice. Smell nice. They will approach you like nobody's business. Just be feminine. Be a lady. They will come. Don't go asking a guy for their number or asking them out. You can say hi. Hi, how are you? You look really good. I like your cologne. I haven't seen you around much. They will ask you for your number. They'll ask you out. Be nice. Be inviting. But don't ask them out. They will ask you out. Trust you me. Tukati wanaume, we're so pretty for that. Mary, kama umechelewa, uko tu sawa. My question, you wrote it down. Okay, Anne. How do you handle a guy who you said no to, but he wanted a relationship and he's now trash talking me to our mutual friends? So is that guy, was he your friend or just a guy? Were you mutual friends or what's happening? Okay. Mutual friends. So I think if they're your friends, they will not entertain people who are coming to talk trash to them. And because why is he so comfortable to talking trash about you to your mutual friend? And if he does, tell them you don't want to know. Tell them, by the way, if munaenda kunisengenya na huko alafu mnakuja kuniambia, okay, sasa wewe na wewe mutual friend, wewe ulimwambia nini? Okay, why are they your friends if they're really hurting your feelings like that? But either way, anyway, maybe they're trying to tell you that so you can stop the guy. Have you tried talking to the guy, telling him to stop? Tell him you'll take legal action against him. Or block him and don't hang out with those mutual friends. if it's really disturbing you. Because I don't want my friends going, as in, why are you talking if you're my friend, why are people coming to talk trash about me to you? How are you my friend? But and then also remember, conversation is 2 ways, not 1 way. So what did those mutual friends say? Because sometimes people talk trash behind my back, but not to my friends. As in, why are you listening? You're my friend. Okay. Yeah, mtu amesema, oh Jane, hiyo anxiety kwa church is very real, especially if you've been accused falsely by the brethren there. Jane, you messed with a brethren in church, with a brother in church. You messed with a brother in church and then you ulimess na ndugu, at hiyo anxiety. Seriously. Okay, this is so funny. So then why are you still going to that church? Kama ulimess na ndugu kwa hiyo kanisa, lazima uende. Sasa unaenda church unashinda na anxiety, whereas you're supposed to go to church to pray and to have a good time. So Polly J, hi Polly, what advice can you give to a lady dating a guy whose mama and sister says no? Okay, why are they saying no to your relationship because of tribalism, but the guy doesn't want to let it go? What, they said no to you? Okay, rejection is not easy. Or they said no. I think it's all about the guy. If he wants to date you, why is there not so strong? You know, sometimes when people don't want to tell you it's them, sometimes they can accuse anything around them. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's what is happening to you. But if the guy is serious with you, then the opinion doesn't matter. It does not matter so long as the guy has stamped his feet and he wants to be with you, you know. Yeah, I don't think it should matter so long as the guy is by your side and is serious about you. Because, you know, probably when my brother brings his girlfriend, I might probably feel some type of way, but I should not choose for him. He should be, like, as a man, he should be able to strongly say, this is the woman I'm going to marry, this is the woman I love, this is the woman who's going to have my children. That's final. It should not actually be an issue, I think, because, you know, those people, you did not date them, the mother and the sister. They don't know you like that. So they can say whatever, you know, they can feel whatever, but your commitment is to this guy. So I just hope he will be strong about the relationship. I just hope he won't leave you to fight battles that are not yours. Because when it gets to a point where now the mother and the sister are disrespecting you just because and the guy is watching around, now that's troublesome. But if they just said no, and of course you heard about it, and the guy is serious with you, I don't think it should really be an issue. Anyway, because not everybody's gonna like you, especially we know things when it comes to in-laws. Yeah, they didn't choose you, so they have to really be with you. They have to really accept in their family. But then please talk about how some comments from people cut deep through you, even though you feel like your self-esteem is okay. They do. Imagine mtu atakwambia kitu ukose usingizi. Lynette, it happens to me sometimes. I feel like I want to go to the police. You know, anybody can say anything. Anybody can say anything, and I'm learning to separate the opinions, people's opinions, from the facts. I have the facts. Like me ndo niko na manual ya maisha yangu. Mtu huko anafikiria ananijua. So I have learned to focus on the facts. Do you know someone can say something about you and you start wondering, ama ni ukweli, ama nakuanga hivyo. And you know yourself. So I think after it can sting. Sometimes it stings. Sometimes I don't even go through comments, especially on social media. But here on YouTube, I go through every comment. I do because I really love what I do here and I'm so connected to you guys. However, someone can say something to you and it can really affect you. It stings. To me, it stings the first few minutes and then I'm able to be like, huyu mtu alienda akaandika hapo matusi na akaendelea kuosha vyombo akasahau. So mimi, I'm so hung up on, I'm so tied to that comment. It's hurting me. Lakini huyu mtu alinitusi na akamove on na life. Alinitusi, akaingia akatusi mtu mwingine na akaendelea na life. So you're so tied to a comment that's hurtful to you and the person who said it moved on with their life. You know, so I also learned to understand that. Okay, when you see someone saying such mean things to you, block them, but also tell yourself, they don't know you. You know yourself. They said that comment and moved on with your life. So don't stay there. Also move on. Block them. Block them everywhere. I even block people who say mean things anywhere. If you're my friend and I heard you say things about me, or I know you and I hear you talking behind my back, I will block you. People and then people go around saying, "Oh, she's petty." Just leave me alone. Yes, Evelyn Otieno Fitness. Hi, Evelyn. Evelyn, you have a beautiful name. I don't want to mess it up. I hope I've pronounced it correctly. Don't focus on the opinion, sweetheart. You have the facts. Focus on that. Wanakutusi, wakaenda wakatusi watu wengine 10 huko. They don't even remember what they told you. So don't dwell on it. Sindio? Mercy Chapter, hi Mudhoni. I've been following your mission all through. You're such a blessing to me and many people out there. May God bless you. May God bless you too. May God bless you too, Mama. May He. Please answer on toxic work environment. I say if you can leave, if you can be able to leave a toxic environment generally, if you can be able to stay away from it, the better. Also, sometimes look at how you enable it, how you enable the toxicity. And because most people, the people who are abusing you, I said all abusers are abuse victims. Learn to stand up for yourself. That's the whole idea of how to stop being abused by everyone. Learn to stand up for yourself. Also know why you're working there. Why? Is the salary really good? Is it that you cannot get another job? Is it that you're comfortable? Is it that blah, blah, blah? Know the why. Why you feel like you really need to take it. So if you can leave a toxic work environment. You try to apply for other jobs. Think of what you can do. Have a savings plan if you want to leave. And also, and people are distracting me here with the comments. So leave if you can. If not, stand up for yourself. Abusers, abuse victims, and the way to overcome that is to stand up for yourself. Tell them no. If someone is telling you weird things, write an email and copy the HR. What's the worst that can happen? And sometimes people do things to you because they know there's nothing you can do, and people do things to you because you allow. Stand up for yourself. Stop being a victim. Number 3, why are you taking it? If maybe you have a goal, maybe you're looking for that promotion, you're looking for a pay rise, you're waiting till next year, July to leave. Maybe you have a reason why, then that's okay. But don't just sit and that's it. Let them do whatever they do to me. I am such a victim. Also, the last thing for toxic work environment, please seek help. Therapy. Don't stress yourself. Because you're working, you have a job, you can afford a therapist. Sweetheart, go to therapy. Sawa? Aya, nini unataka kuflat? I see you and I feel you. We are not approaching men. We just learn how to. You know, there's a book I read that says, how you let a guy chase you until you catch him. Oh my God, it's like over an hour. I need to. It's almost an hour. No, let me give it a few minutes. So thank you so much for your questions. I hope for the toxic work environment, it's never that serious. You can look for another job. You can, if you want to leave, you can leave. And I say if an environment is too toxic, you can leave. You can detach yourself first of all, and then you stop being a victim. People are abusing you sometimes because you are too much of a victim. You're not standing up for yourself. Number 3, why are you taking it? Are you waiting for a promotion? Why? I don't think really money is a reason to take so much abuse, because abuse messes up your emotional and mental wellness, your mental well-being. Also, seek help. Go for therapy. Go for therapy. Seek your own happiness, Jennifer. Hey, Mudhoni, talk about dating guys who don't want to spend on you and future faking. Hey, those ones are like half Kenyan men are like that. I hope they're not watching. Hey, Mudhoni, talk about dating guys who don't want to spend on you and future faking, so that they can't spend money on you, and it's a long distance relationship and doesn't create for you to meet regularly. Wale wa kuna check na ngoja, you just for example, you have a project together, or you decide to go on holiday together, probably you're contributing money and then they don't contribute on their end, or you go on dates and then you find that you keep paying. Hey, Mother, when you talk about dating guys who don't want to spend on you, who are stingy. Somebody said, it's not me, don't quote me, that men are not stingy. They spend on women they're serious with. Somebody said that, it's not me. So, just ask them. I realize you don't spend much. Is there a project you're working on, or what's up? You can ask them. As in a relationship, you should talk about finances. Ask them. I realize you're not like before, like maybe before you used to pay for lunch. I realize you're a bit reserved when it comes to money. What's up? You can ask them that. Also, maybe find out, maybe they're having you can ask them, are you having financial issues? Are you having financial difficulties? You can ask them. You can ask them. Sawa. And also, if you feel they're too stingy, okay, just, I don't know. I don't want to tell you to leave because that's not my work. Just ask, talk to them, and then maybe whatever they say, they tell you, will determine what you'll do next. Ask them if they have financial issues, and then ask them why. Like, I love you and I really enjoy our relationship. However, I've realized nowadays you don't like contribute to whatever projects you want to do. You don't buy lunch as much. You wait for me to pay all the bills. Is everything okay? Just talk to me. Create that safe space. If you feel they're still doing the same thing, then you're in a better position to know what you need for your life. Shiro Guitar, I'm very happy today. This live should be once in a week. I'm enjoying. I will call it the catch up. Yeah. What's your take on men who are always asking for soft loans? Do not give anybody a loan. You're not, sweetheart. Caroline oh, okay. I'm sorry, Caroline. I can't get your name right. Caroline Msuya. Caroline, you're not a bank. Caroline Msuya Bank. You're not a bank. You're not a SACCO. You're not a financial thing. Ama, you are. You're not. So why are you giving soft loans to men? Don't give anybody any money. Your friends, you can give them. Of course, you give even your family, people who you know you want to give to, people who like I can give a loan to my sister. Huyu hata kosa kurudisha nitadeal na yeye. But don't meet strangers and then you're giving them money. And when you meet a guy who's borrowing you money, don't date that man. What's your take on men who are always asking for soft loan from the girlfriends and never spend money on you, and then they have money? Like I've said, Skia, you guys, let me read this again. What's your take on men who are always asking for soft loans from their girlfriends and never spend money on you, and yet they have money? Men spend money on women they're serious with, who they don't want to lose. And when you meet a guy who's asking you for a loan, he's not serious with you. Don't tell him you don't give loans to strangers. Yeah. Okay. Which book? Miss Modani. Hi, Miss Modani. You asked me the name of the book. The name of the book is Why Men Date. I laugh with the B word. Why Men Date. BITCH. Okay, who is this? Modani, is it possible to love two men at the same time? Is it possible to love two men at the same time? I don't know if it's, honestly, I don't know if it's possible. It's probably when you have a partner should be able to meet your needs. We have different needs. We have affection needs. We have physical needs. We have different kinds of needs. You want the companionship need. So probably the reason you're saying you're in love with two men is because one man is not being able to meet all your needs. So you get two with different needs. Why don't you just get one who will meet all your needs? Or at least most of them. Love is giving. God loved us and gave his son. So love without giving is fake. Alice Mukiri is my mom. Hi, mom. Mom, siku anataka uochi. He's my mother. Hi, mom. So kindly answer the one on the overthinker. You said about dating. Yeah, I wrote it down. You said, how do you let go an overthinker, right? Sindio? You know me, I'm an overthinker, so I don't want to talk about myself. Yeah, let me look at you. Acha nikuangalie tena. Where are you? I don't want to miss your name. Yeah, Winnie Nzilani. I know I used to work with a lady called Nzilani. Nzilani. I think probably I think what I would want as an overthinker is assurance. I think assure them everything is okay. Yeah, and assure them that, you know, like over processing things does not really change the issue. What it does is it messes with your emotions, with your feelings, but it will not change the actual issue if you don't take action. I think assure them, I think talk to them about that, let them know. I will do a video on overthinking. I overthink a lot. Jennifer Wanjiro, what's the topic? We don't have a topic, Jennifer. We're just catching up, eh? Karibu uchelewe. We're almost over, by the way. Ruth Mbugwa says, Muthoni, I would love a video from you on effective communication. Yes, I will talk about effective communication because we fail so much. Actually, let me write it down. Effective communication. I will do that video. I will do that video because sometimes it's not really what you're communicating. Sometimes it's how you are doing it, you know. That's why sometimes two people will say different things, but they will feel this. That is why two people will say the same thing, but it will feel different because it's not what you're communicating. Sometimes it's how. Kwanza, women, we do not know how to communicate. We want to scream in men's faces. We want to be crazy everywhere. But would you want a partner who comes crazy to you? No. Nini K, Nini, I really like your energy. Yes, Penina. Yes, Nancy amesema sure about loans, it's a no for me. Yes, na mimi hata mimi nipatie hizo loans mnapea wanaume. Can you guys have money how? Start a business with that loan. Yes, tumekwambia sisi wote. This is sure again. Don't give loan to strangers. Usipatie mtu pesa, si ndio? So please answer my question on dating a bisexual guy. Bisexual is a guy who has sex with men and women, right? I want to get it right. I don't want to. You're dating a guy who's bisexual. Is that what you want? You want a man who comes home and tells you, today I was with Kamau. Today I slept with John and Peter. Now I don't know. What do you think? What's like? Please make me understand how that relationship is supposed to work. Huh? So a bisexual, like he can have sex with men and women. So how does that work out? Like, is it gonna, does it mean when he's dating you, he's gonna stop, he stops sleeping with a man? Like that urge stops? Or does it mean you're in a relationship, but he can still go and have sex with your brother, with a male neighbor? I'm trying to understand it. Please make me understand. I don't know that topic. Please just make me understand. Yeah. AC, thank you. You love my natural hair. Yes, I did a kidogo bandana. Yeah. Yeah, so I will think about when we can have this live so we can do this. Jennifer, my latest lesson is a customer has a right to buy at their place of choice. So if a customer then anunue kwa neighbor, catch my feelings. Okay, Jennifer, able to tueleze because I'm not getting. Jacqueline, you say my boyfriend always asks money from me na nikimshow sina anakasirika. Is that love really? Okay, I don't want to say it's gold digging, but why is he getting? Is that his money? You know, it's like that joke of where at women we always text men at I need 5,000 from you urgently. Why are you needing my money urgently? He's asking you for money. Don't give your boyfriends money. Don't. And don't invest with people who you don't have long-term commitment with. Utapoteza pesa huku, eh? Ati nikikosa kumpea nakasirika. Unampembeleza na pesa? Sweetheart. Don't give anybody money. And hata wewe chali yako kukunyima pesa, unakasirika. Huh? You don't. Wewe si kila mtu atafute kazi. Ama is it advisable to get back with an overthinker and not answer date, Muthoni? Who's an overthinker? Someone who overthinks situations. Because me, I think I'm an overthinker. A situation, I can just think about it in my head until the end of that situation. So, I don't know. Are we bad people? You're saying, is it okay to get back with an overthinker? Please be specific. Oh, no, they can be faithful. A bisexual person can be faithful. I'm not getting. Okay, then if they can be faithful, what's the issue? Because you ask, Winnie, you ask, is it no, not Winnie, the lady about the bisexual, I don't know if I wrote her name. You said, is it okay to be in a relationship with a bisexual man? And then I asked, bisexual, does it mean he can sleep with either gender? And then Nini says, oh, okay, being bisexual doesn't mean he's not loving you at that time. It means he can love both sexes, but not at the same time. Okay, so what's your goal for that relationship? What are you seeking at the end of that relationship? I would like to know. What's the end game? So it means sasa ile tumtakosana atadate Jali. Utampata ki I don't know. Maybe if you're comfortable with it, maybe, but also if you're not looking at something long term, maybe you can do it. But if you're looking for something long term, probably not. Probably not. Yeah, it depends with what you want from the relationship. And if actually you're comfortable with it, which I don't know if you are, because if you're comfortable, you would not have asked this question. Yeah, I don't know if I want to risk a relationship where if he would cheat on me, it's with a guy. But I don't know. I do not know, honestly. I don't know how to answer that question. An overthinker or an insecure man. An insecure man. Wow. Insecurity can be a big red flag because sometimes insecurity has nothing to do with the partner. Sometimes it has everything to do with our trust. And people who are very insecure have a problem trusting themselves, trusting they made a good choice, trusting someone will love them and be faithful to them. So sometimes when someone is insecure, it's not because you've really shown them you have other partners, or it's not because you're not a good person. Sometimes it's on their end. Sometimes they need to do the work on themselves. And when you're dating someone who's too insecure, you cannot do the work for them. They have to get to a point where they're secure with them as a human being. You have to it's like those people who say you cannot date a very beautiful woman, she will cheat on you. The problem is not the beautiful woman. The problem is that person saying that because they don't believe they're worthy of a beautiful woman. They don't believe they're enough for that woman. So sweetheart, thank you for correcting it to an insecure man. I don't know if it's you who've written the insecure man in place of the overthinker. So you're asking me if it's okay to go back to the insecure man. You can go back to someone if you had an issue and you broke it off, but then was the issue before sorted? If the issue was insecurities, you were very insecure, have you come to an understanding? Sweetheart, you can also go for therapy to work towards your issues. Also, I've realized you can meet men who are really insecure. I've met people I've not dated, but you can feel you are insecure at a and a date na yeye. But also because also wewe mwenyewe mimi kama Muthoni, am I at a space where I'm ready to reassure a man that you're the only man in my life and that he can call you even when he has an emergency, or your phone is not always on silent when you're together. There are also things we do that make people insecure. But for me, as a person, if I have worked on myself and if I come from a good place, if I find a man who maybe their phone is silent throughout, I can feel he's chatting with other women, I don't think I would run to being insecure while still in the relationship. I think I would leave that relationship because I deserve a relationship where the relationship is open and it's we are not hiding things from one another. But I wanted to let you know, if someone is really insecure, most times it has nothing to do with what you're doing, it's them. And if you're saying you are asking if it's okay to get back with an insecure person, if you've not sorted what broke you off, sweetie, why you broke up, it's still there. You understand? So he needs to understand. He needs to know. It's like it's a self-esteem issue. He feels like somebody cannot love him and not cheat. He feels like he has to control he has to be in control of everything. It's a self-esteem issue. It's a self-worth issue. So you can go for therapy. You can also let him know, like, he needs to really work on himself. He needs to. Otherwise, if you did not talk about why you broke off in the first point, even if you get back together, issues will still be there in regards to insecurities. I don't know if I've answered your question. Please let me know if I have. Is it okay to approach a guy? So Iron Wolves Park, you've asked that question again. No, do not approach a guy. By approaching, I'm thinking, hi, can I have your number? Hey, can we go for lunch? Just be pretty. I said I'll do a video on how to flirt your way into a relationship. I know I'll get a lot of feedback on that. But just be pretty. Just look, not pretty, you know, let me not say pretty. Just be presentable, smell good, groom nicely, and smile when you meet people. If you're at a party, smile around, say hi to people. If you're in a gathering where it's a party or and people are getting to talk to one another, talk to people, talk to different guys. Don't ask a guy for their number. Don't ask them out on a date. Sindio, we are beautiful, we are confident women. Sawa. He will ask you out. They will ask you out. Don't go approaching men. Men actually don't like that. They want to chase you. Bisexual, this is my mom, Alice Mukiri. Bisexual will always be bisexual. It depends whether you are comfortable or whether your future, okay. Bisexuals will always be bisexual. It depends whether you are comfortable or what are your future plans. So yeah, mom. So you guys know where I get this from my mama. So I'm not against anybody. If anybody is here and this is your sexual preference or what you prefer, I don't judge, and this is not that channel to do that. However, if you're at heterosexual is the normal, like, let me not say the normal, you guys. Heterosexual is just man, woman, like how the original one. However, if that's your preference, that's okay. But if you want to date for long term, I don't think you want to date someone who's bisexual if they can change their preference. Please talk about people who are scared of dating because they always anticipate for the day they will mess it up or let their partners down. Oh, you're so sweet. Graciela Mimi. I don't know if I read your name right. You have a beautiful name. Please talk about people who are scared of dating because they always anticipate for the day they will mess it up. Oh, it's about confidence. It's about confidence. It's the same thing about, like I've spoken about how sometimes you're so insecure. Mostly it's not about that person, because I'm secure with myself. So if I date a guy and I feel you're fishy, I will not date you again. I will stop. But if someone is dating you every day and they're insecure every day, they have a problem. They have a problem. So it's an issue. Just work towards raising your self-esteem, Graciela. I have done videos on self-esteem, loving yourself, everyday affirmations. Take time off dating if you need to work on yourself. Take time off. People say don't take time off. And sometimes as women, we're also saying the best way to get over a man is by getting another man. Don't make that mistake, because you will get the same man. Same forest, different monkey. You know, the same man in a different man. The same character in a different man. Yeah, so work towards raising your self-confidence, your self-esteem. Don't be those women who say they cannot date a cute man, or men who say they cannot date a beautiful woman because she will cheat. That has nothing to do with the woman. People do cheat. Even cheating has nothing to do with the physical. Actually, the physical is just a cover. There is more to a person. The point on overthinkers, I think, it's those people who create scenarios in their head, then later make it an issue. They are insecure. Oh, this is Nemo Grace. Okay, thank you, Nemo. What about the guy who's loving, caring, good communication in a long-distance relationship, yet for you to meet, you have to keep insisting? Na ukimwambia hakupei pesa, anakwambia haizi jua wakati unahitaji pesa. Ati? Hi, Lydia. This question is from Lydia, so let me look at it again. What about the guy who's loving, caring, good communication in a long-distance relationship, yet for you to meet, you have to keep insisting? Why do you have to keep insisting? Yeah. Na ukimwambia hakupei pesa, anakwambia haizi jua wakati unahitaji pesa. Yeah, I think there are guys who you have to tell, like, but I need this and this. I don't just tell. If you need money for something, if, for example, you really want to ask money from, you really have to tell him. Also, don't be too needy. Don't be too needy financially, unless maybe you're at home, maybe you have children together. Yeah, if you have a job, you don't have to be too needy. Also, why are you insisting on meeting? He doesn't want to meet. Just ask him. You know, the same way umeniambia you know, unaona venye tu umenifresia hii swali. You can ask him the same way. So this question is about, how about the guy who's loving, caring, good communication, nini. This is how you frame your question, Lydia. Hey babe, you know, you're very loving, you're caring, you're a good communicator, we love one another. However, I feel like I keep insisting on us meeting, but I feel like it's not a priority. So please make me understand that, because I also don't want to keep insisting. I don't want also to feel like I'm pressuring you. I'd like to know why it's like you don't really want to meet me. That's what it looks like. Also, sometimes I have needs. Neza taka tu, ukikaka tu unanitumia kakitu. Ask him that way. Straightforward. Don't put emotions and don't start being a victim, and don't tell him let's talk. No, we need to talk. We need to sit down and talk about just bring it up. When you're having just a normal conversation, you're laughing, and then you tell him, babe, mukupenda, unajua you're such a good communicator and you're such a nice guy. Lakini na feelingi wewe nikao unitakangi kunimit. Mimi nashinda nimekuinsistia, and you know now me I don't want to pressure you. Ask him like that. Yeah. Thank you, Nini. So maybe you can invite someone who knows about sexuality and sexual preferences to educate. Yes, I need to. I will probably invite someone who can talk about that, because like I am not getting it. Guys, I'm not getting it. Lydia, Muthoni, for how long can you get to know your partner? How long can you get to know your partner if you're dating and if it's a long distance relationship? I think when you know, I think when you get to a point where what you're saying, what both of you are saying, and your actions align. For example, if it's about commitment, like now you're my boyfriend, I'm your girlfriend, and your actions match your words for both of you. And also, if it gets to a point where you want to get married, he proposes to you, and you're also happy about it. You start planning to go into the parents. You start planning about your future. You talk about it, and you also, your actions show you're serious about it. I think that's when you know. When both of you, imagine when you know, Lydia, when you know, when both your actions and everybody is doing everything for the best of this relationship. If you have a fight, everybody is willing to sit down and talk about it. There are no gray areas. You know how you have areas when you feel like he's not serious, like you don't have much of that. Sometimes, of course, there are those days you wake up and you're feeling some type of way, even in a relationship. But if it gets to a point where both your actions for both of you and what you're saying are in alignment, I think that's when you really feel like you're at a good place in a relationship. Let me just say, when you know, but I would say not less than 3 months. Not less than 3 months. Don't start to get married after 1 week, after 1 month. Sindio? So you guys, I've really enjoyed. I'm coming to the end. Yeah, 79k subscribers. Nemo Grace, I didn't even know you were at 79. I had left at 78. Our family is growing. We are growing. I am so happy, you guys. I'm so happy we got to do this. I love your questions. I love your interactions even today. Sharon Athieno, you look beautiful, dear. Can you do a video with your boyfriend? No, he's not a social media person like this. So kila kitu aende kazi yala. Hey, huyu ni nani amekach? Oh my God. I'm looking at your feedback. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, the therapist's contacts. I will please watch the video I spoke about my therapy journey, and yeah, my therapy journey. Please watch it. I have a lot for you guys over there. There's another app I was being told. I think I should look at what to do here on YouTube, where you can call with a video and ask your question and then I answer it. I'll try to look for that technology. I was being told, like, when was that? I was told, I think like a few weeks ago. So I want to end it. I hope I've tried answering your questions, but I say I can just give advice, you guys. But if you want to really go to the bottom of the issues you're having, if something is really bothering you, please go for counseling, go for therapy, seek help. Seek your own happiness, people. Seek your own happiness. It's really important. It's really, really important. Yeah, this was very interactive. I really liked it. So it's easier this way because, like I've said, I'm a public figure, and sometimes when I answer questions on email, I don't want screenshots zianze kutembea kwa social media. Muthoni alisema. No. Muthoni, the way you've told me, I've tried several times. Okay, then he says I'm not appreciating his efforts. He's that person who focuses more on the future. So he says we minimize spending to save for the future. Ama wewe ndio unataka kutumia pesa mingi, Lydia? You want to eat the future? I think maybe talk to a counselor, someone who will be able to really understand you, because you're just asking one question. Maybe there's history as to why it's gotten to where it is, and maybe I'm not able to get to that at this point. Talk to a counselor, maybe mwenye ataweza kuangalia history yako na huyo msee, and maybe why he's saying that. And also, sometimes we think it's a particular issue, but maybe it's another issue at the same time. So, Lydia, I'll just go to a counselor if it's too much, na unasikia inakusumbua sana. Yeah. So, but thank you for asking your question. I'm sure a lot of people wanted to know. Hey, me, I don't know. From back then, I'm not stingy. I think I want to give, but at the same time, I also want to receive. So I don't think, like you, Lydia, like the way it's bothering you, I think I'm also the same way. I would also be bothered if someone is stingy. So it's a good question, Lydia, and I think it's also a good thing to want the best for your relationship. And if there's an issue, to want to sort it, talk to a counselor. I'll write a name of therapists or counselors. Then you can just call them or go to their office and just do a session and tell them, and then they open your eyes. Even sometimes when you go in a toxic relationship, they don't tell you to leave. They open your eyes, and then sometimes you look at yourself and you're like, I can't believe I did this to myself. Naomi Wangari, this has been so educative and fun at the same time. Yeah, thank you. I really wanted to do a live, and then the lights went off. The generator is a whole new story. So I had to buy data. I had to really, organize. I don't even have a nice thumbnail. That photo I put in the beginning, that's why I didn't even broadcast it much about my life today, because I didn't know how it was gonna go. But every week I will be doing a catch-up session where we just catch up and we ask even general questions, because sometimes doing videos, sometimes I can forget. Sometimes, when you have so much information, sometimes you think something is not important, but it is important as well. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. So I think we can be doing like 2 hours, a whole 2 hours. We sit down. You guys can actually suggest the time. Like I'm thinking Friday, 2 p.m. Friday is a good afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. We just sit down and talk. How you guys doing? Because that is what this was supposed to be about. Our emotional and mental wellness checkup. Like we just checking on one another, because I don't get to interact like this with you guys. I don't do lives even on social media, not as much. Yeah, but this is amazing. So you guys, bye. So next time, can we talk about the independent ladies? Because my BF always complains that I don't ask help from him too. Okay, I also don't ask a lot, but of course I like it when somebody tells themselves to give you something. So guys, thank you so much. Like, this is the end of our live. Please suggest the best times. I'm thinking Friday at 2 p.m., but I'm glad I did it today at this time. Aki, why are you asking me a question right now? Okay, I don't want to answer now because we are done. Friday evening or like 2 to 4 p.m. I'm thinking. At hadi nikiweza every day. Hey, every day. I have also things to do. I'm also running a business. I'm thinking Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. we can just do a catch up. I'll still have the videos, our Kaida videos, but then we sit here and catch up. And then if you also have questions from my videos that I've done, then you can raise them there. In the meantime, let's continue working towards being the best version of ourselves. And like I said, Wednesday is Ladies' Day. Someone saying that. And like I said, sometimes, you know, even those who are going through hard times, or you're going through a breakup or those things, sometimes you find that even that person who's asking, is it okay to go back? Sometimes even when you know better, sometimes you find that you can be taking steps back. You can find that you're taking 2 steps back, but it's okay because you're still a step forward. Please, it's okay. It's okay. And wellness and being a better person is not a one-day thing, an overnight thing. It's every day doing the best you can, breaking those generational patterns, you know, wanting the best for yourself. My phone is dying. I am battery low, guys. I don't know, my lighting najua imeenda dark. So bye guys, see you. Let's meet down at the comment section after the video. Bye.